Okay, let's talk about the people who are not...
Yeah, who are still in the illusion of being.
Yeah, who are still in that illusion. Okay. What advice do you have for them?
None at all. There's no... the difference between the open secret and a teaching is that the open secret offers absolutely nothing at all to the me or the I, because it doesn't recognise that there is a real me or I to give any advice to. It recognises that the I or the me is illusory, and there is nothing that would help the I to be anything else, because that's its nature. All this can do is expose the myth of there being anything like separation or personal enlightenment. And all it can also do is point to the nature of what is, and the absolute paradox that no thing is simultaneously being everything.
I like your face.
And in some way or other, it's incredible. I mean, I've been talking for 10 or 12 years now, all over the place, and in some way or other, because there's a resonance, the me comes to these meetings and starts to collapse and fall away, and then suddenly it's not there anymore, and there is just that. But nobody does that. It's suddenly, in a way you could say, when this message is presented from nowhere, in the me, there's a sudden, not in the me, not out of the me, but in the body of that person that's listening, there's a sudden, aha. So that's it. All this seeking I've been doing. I've been rushing around to India and teachers and sitting in caves and eating rice, trying to find something, trying to get somewhere, and actually what I longed for has never left me. It's always been this. What is? People phone me up constantly and say, Tony, this is amazing. I've died, it's all over. And what's left never came and never went away.
Okay, there's more people you met that happened to.
A lot more, yeah, a lot of it's happening a great deal. Not only because of this, but it's happening elsewhere, of course, as well. There is a shift in the world away from authority and teaching to something anarchic. In a way, this is pure anarchy. This is pure freedom. There's no hierarchy. There's no lineage. There's no authority. There's nothing to look up to and try and achieve. There's just freedom.
It sounds great.
Oh, it's amazing for no one.
It's amazing for no one, because there is no one. Okay, just want to get this clear, even if I asked already 10 times.
No, it's fine.
It just, to you, it just happened. It just, suddenly there is no I that
no separation,
came
no
and
separation.
went.
No separation.
There's no separation. With the I is the thinking of a separation. Yeah. So suddenly there is just nothing that ever went and came. So suddenly there is only
what is.
What is, and it feels like freedom.
Well, you can't say there's something there that records the feeling of freedom. There's just freedom.
Also, there is a gasp.
A gap?
Yeah, like nothing.
Well, there's only...
The scary thing.
Yeah, for the me, this is deadly scary.
For the me, it's scary, but since there is no me, it's not scary.
Happens, it's not at all scary. It's the most simple and natural thing that could happen.
Okay.
Because suddenly a tree is seen, suddenly the sky is seen, suddenly another person is seen as they really are, which is nothing being a person, which is real and unreal. Suddenly that is real and unreal, instead of being another object over there that's separate.
With a story.
The me never sees the sky or a tree, it sees an object that it thinks of as a tree or the sky. whereas the tree is energy floating and appearing to be a tree.
That's how it is now.
Yeah.
Do you believe, you know, since you said there is no God, there is only energy, do you think energy attracts energy, like good energy attracts good energy, bad energy attracts bad energy, or is there no such thing as...
No, there's no... when the me collapses, what collapses with it is the idea that there's good and bad, better or worse. There just is what is. But energy can take any form. It can be contracted or loose. So energy can apparently attract energy, sure. But there isn't in that any sense that there's something better than anything else.
Okay, but does the same energy kind of attracts the same energy? Because I noticed that I meet very different people for the last few years than like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that can all apparently happen. As long for the me, it seems like a story. When the me collapses, there's no story, and everything that's happening is in a way wonderfully, gloriously meaningless. There's no hidden meaning in what happens. There just is simply what happens. But energy can certainly, you know, be this or that or anything. It's free.
Okay, so, and the me wants to understand the whole picture now. So is this like here, being here, is this like a computer game we're in?
No, this is no thing. This manifestation is no thing appearing to be something happening.
But it must be something like a game, like a creation.
Yeah, but it has no meaning or purpose. It just is.
Okay.
And don't forget the other incredibly, impossible thing to realise is that there is no time, there is no past or future. There isn't the world happening in a story. There just is what is, which is the infinite. It's impossible. You can't. Nobody can understand that.
So you said there's like a shift, change, but that is
Only
in an illusionary world.
Yeah, it's only apparent. It's not real.
It's only in that illusion.
Yeah, I mean, contracted energy is only apparent. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
And the fact that illusion seems to melt back into boundless freedom is only a way of describing something that actually doesn't happen, because there is no such thing as contracted energy or boundless energy. There is only what is. It's a way of using words to try and describe something that's absolutely beyond the words. And in the meetings, we use words. Obviously, we're sharing questions and so on. But actually, the most liberating thing in the meeting is beyond the words.
Yeah, and actually there is nothing to talk about at all.
There's nothing to talk about. There's lots of silence that goes on in there or in residentials. People talk about, what about me? What about me? What about my meditation or whatever? And then it goes,
Yeah.
There's nothing to talk about, you're right.
Yeah, the way you answer the questions, there is no interview at all to do.
No.
Yeah, which is hard for me. What
Yes,
a great
course.
job I'm doing here.
No, absolutely not. It's lovely what you're doing. It's lovely because what's happening here right now is the exposure of the myth of separation and imprisonment, and what we're sharing together is the absolute joy of freedom. That's great. Whee!
Here's the face again. Okay, so back to the illusion now.
Yeah.
I live in this illusion. That's my life. There's a Sabina, there's an I. So would you say it's just fine to
Absolutely.
head for things, to just have goals if I feel...
Sabina, who is I with goals and all this, is the absolute expression of wholeness. It can't be anything else, otherwise there'd be a dualistic reality. Seeking and all those things like separation are absolutely the expression of wholeness. They are wholeness appearing to be seeking and separate. There's nothing right or wrong with them. They are what is.